Leave the elephant in the episode. Hey, teacher besties, welcome back or welcome to Childcare Unlocked, where we talk about all things education, from childcare to college. This episode is the first episode back from episode 11. So now we are being catching up over Christmas break. But this episode topic is on classroom events and parties. Okay, because I know I'm a early child care educator. So I have your 1 year olds turning 2. So you can have parties, but they're not going to be too, I guess, perfect as like your older group. So maybe your preschool and up, because you're still, they're still learning how to eat, really. So it's going to be stuff all over the place. It's going to be very, very energy filled all day, and the people that's gonna be tired is you and your co-teachers. But for the events, for the parties, so we do mainly throughout the holidays, so like your Valentine's party, your Christmas party, maybe a New Year's party, a Halloween party. Like, we do those type of parties based around holidays, right? So I have a question. I have a question for all my educators. Who do you think should be funding these classroom parties? Okay. I think I already know the answer, but we're just going to put the question out there, right? Who should be funding these classroom parties? Because we work there, we love our children, we love to do different activities and parties and snacks and this and that, but we have our own children. We have our own responsibilities, bills, and stuff. Hence why we even working, right? So why exactly are we left to fund these parties? Okay, because before the room that I'm in now, because I had them since they were babies. So I had the youngest we had was 3 months, and then we had like 6 months, a lot of 6 months, 10 months. So they were pretty older. They weren't like babies, but our 3 month, they didn't do too many of the holidays, so most likely they just didn't bring her when we had those parties. But the babies, we went all out. Okay, like when you think about it, you'd be like, why would you do that? Like, a lot of them didn't sit up. We only had one that walked. Like, why would you really do that? But honestly, when you do these parties and the whole hall is doing parties, you really be having kind of FOMO and be like, you know what, we're gonna do something for the babies too. And we usually go all out. Okay, me and my co-teacher used to go all out because we were still going back and forth with having a third person, so it was just me and her. So we did a Halloween party, and they did had spooky baskets. They did a photo shoot. They did sensory activities, and of course, because they're kids, they did the edible sensory activities. So we did the edible sensory activities, spooky baskets, photo shoots, a whole bunch of different other activities. We asked the parents for the food donations, and we purchased the stuff for the spooky baskets and the spooky baskets. Like, literally everything that wasn't provided, which was literally just the food, really, we provided. And it was like above and beyond. We had the background. We like decked out. Okay, decked out. Every single party we did in that room was decked out. Okay, like, we will make the little place, the little sheet of like what we wanted to do for that particular party, and then we will split. Like, I would get half, she'll get half, and then we come together and we have, everything that we needed. But after a while, it was kind of like, all right, all right. Like, at one point, the administration did like sign have like a paper to sign, and like they carry it around like, hey, what you need for your party, put it on the list, and then we'll get it for you. And even then, they were doing it out of pocket. So it was just like there was never any like fund for people to like get for each class. It was always based off of somebody's personal pockets. So eventually the admin stopped sending around the paper, and like I said, we was decking out the parties because who else gonna do it? Like Halloween gonna come around, everybody gonna be talking about, oh, are y'all doing something, are y'all doing something? And it's like but for who's paying for it? Who's paying for it? Like who's using their hard earned money to sit there and then put it back into something, especially if you have your own kids. Like you want to be able to like fund your own stuff for your own kids. I don't have kids, but it's not the point. It really isn't. It's not the point because I have my money for my stuff, for my bills, for my shoes, for my like it's for my stuff. Okay, like I'm not. It's not the point of not having kids or not or having kids, but who's supposed to be funding this stuff? Who's supposed to be funding this stuff? Because I know the public school might have a little bit more rules than your early childhood, or vice versa, depending on like who you're under. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I mean, of course, Head Start has different rules than your regular tuition classrooms because the tuition classrooms have a little more leeway than Head Start, but it's crazy. It's literally crazy because after we stopped doing the parties, how we were doing the parties in the baby room, because we did tea parties, we did so much stuff for it to be like, first of all, the candy, they're still to this day really too young to still have candy. So if we give out candy, the parents or the older siblings gonna be eating the candy. You can do the little knickknacks, bath toys, stuff like that, but like who really gonna be using it? Like you don't know if they're actually being used. It's just something cute for pictures and for the photo shoot. And because we've like taken care of them for so long, they dang near our children too. So like we be having fun with it, but then at the same time it's like it would definitely be nice for somebody to fund it other than the teachers, okay? Because now we're in the room when they're all one, now they're about to turn two. So these parties are so lame now. Like me and my co-teachers, like we just kind of like stopped. We stopped funding the parties, and we composed a list for really just the food products for the parents to ask the parents for the donations for the food products for the party. And then it's only but so much because these children look weird and finicky. I don't know, it's because they're young still and they haven't really, their taste buds don't really, complete it yet, but they don't really eat too much of what we be having out. Like we have the pizza, we have cookies, cupcakes, juice, a chip or like a Cheeto puff or something like that, and like they don't really be eating it. Like in like fruit trays, stuff like that, they don't eat it like that. So it's like we don't ask for that much, and then it ends up being stuff left over, which we eat it, but like it just kind of turned into something that was just like, is this even necessary? Is this even necessary? Because we do it because it makes the memories. It allows them to have something to do other than a normal day. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about it because I'm like, now we literally use what we have in a classroom. We might buy a little here and there, a little, but we literally strictly use what we have in the classroom. We don't do too much of the buying, this and that and trying to do all this extravagant stuff, and we don't do we don't do that. We don't do that no more, because it's like with the economy, plus the economy affecting the education system, is literally crazy. Like, you can't just be spending $100 on stuff that has really nothing to do with you for like something that's like gonna be destroyed, put it in the trash, left for another teacher, something like that, because we can't assume that we're gonna have money the next month, right? So it's like we can't just be spending money willy nilly type thing now. It's just like, if somebody ain't gonna donate it, and if we don't got it in the room, we just not gonna have it. So we've gotten way, 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 way more creative and way, way faster on like putting something together real quick, and it turns out nice every time. It turns out nice every time, because it's like we don't want to not do nothing, because that's just ridiculous. Like, why would you not do nothing? Because we just gonna be sitting here looking at each other. Like, I don't think me or my co-teacher just them type of people that's just gonna let them sit and not do nothing. Like, we gonna find out something to do according to like the holiday, or something that's like just not a normal day. But these classroom parties is getting crazy. It's getting crazy, because sometimes we do we ask the parents for the donations. We have the sign up list, and like we make sure we have it by the door, so when they come and pick up the child or drop off, they make sure they see it, see what you signed up for, and then we verbally remind them. We might send out a message just to make sure they're reminded, hey, party's in 2 days, make sure you bring your item, da da da. Sometimes everybody make sure that they remember, okay, I need to bring that, I need to bring this, I need to bring the tablecloth, cups, spoons, stuff like that. Some people, they still don't remember, and then it be the day of, and we looking like, I thought you was supposed to bring. So it's kind of stuff like that that's a little disappointing, because it's like, once we have had it, it was decked out. We had, had the backups. We had it. We had it. But when it's like time to ask for help, now it's like some stuff is just never shows up. So it definitely is disappointing at some points. But as of right now, our birthday parties and our Christmas parties turned out pretty well. Our parents came. We had enough food. The tablecloths, everything was there on time. It was good, because during the nap, we usually set up during nap, because then we have to get everybody up and change them and get them ready. So it's definitely on a time crunch. So everything definitely has to be with us at a certain time so we can set up for it. So yeah, these classroom parties, no joke at all. Especially and like the dress up days, like they usually do dress up days for Christmas mainly. They sometimes do it for like Valentine's, stuff like that, and it's really just like headband, sweater, wear hearts, red and pink type thing. They might, but it's mainly for Christmas that they do the holiday stuff. And let me tell you something. The holiday dress up days, my favorite day, can y'all guess? My favorite day is definitely pajamas. I tell you the truth, I have been working in early childhood education for 3 years now, and I have never missed a pajama day. Okay? I have never. I've never missed a pajama day. Even when I was in high school and they had the little holiday dress up day for the seniors that last week, and they had a pajama day. Guess who had their pajamas? And did, because like who out here missing pajama days? What? Pajama days. Okay. Yeah, so the The events it definitely gets draining, especially once you like when you fund it. Like you fund it and you work it. Like it gets extremely draining. It gets extremely draining, especially when you fund it and work it. You be ready for it to be over. But it's it's probably one of the best times, honestly. Like your birthday, the birthdays and the holiday parties, it's probably one of the best times because you get to dress up, you get to have games and stuff that's outside of the lesson plan, and you get to just have fun, and everybody gets to have their cupcakes, they get to have all the candy, and they be little energizer bunnies for sure. But it's fun. um the Yeah, those holiday parties is just no joke for all the new educators in any shape or form. Holiday parties is no joke at all because you be dead tired afterwards. But I know for early childhood education, we do ask parents to come for the holiday parties. So like we had a Thanksgiving luncheon that we invited the parents to. The holiday party, the Christmas party, we invited the parents to. We don't invite them all the time, but like for I guess the major ones, then we try to invite them so they can just come in, do the games, the activities and stuff with their child, and then take them home. Take them home, please. Take them home. Unless you gotta go back to work, I'll give you a pass if you gotta come back to work. But yeah, take them home. We had our Christmas party. We had one child that had a good bit of people. Like her parents came, her aunt came, and her grandma came. I was like, dang, and I had to go find chairs because we don't usually have that many parents that show up. And then it was like other parents that came too. It was like Jesus. So especially that party, if literally if not if we wasn't, I can't even get it out. Not being prepared, if not being prepared was a person, it was definitely us. That Christmas party that was crazy. But I don't know why the parents be feeling like they can't move in the room. Like we invite y'all to come to Christmas party. We had these activities. We had like the Christmas gingerbread house. We had to build a snowflake and gingerbread man, and then we had the food, and then I think we had like one other activity. Like once we start doing activities, like disperse, like disperse, like y'all could like, hey, do you like grab your child? Do you want to go make a snowflake? Like you can interact, you can move around the room. Like everybody just be giving like stuck and like they need instructions or something. I'd be like, no, like food, and then from the food we introduce the activities, and from the activities then y'all can really disperse. Like we literally have like the small tables. The tables are for the kids, so it's not that much room in one area. So yeah, no, you disperse. We got three different activities. You disperse, go on about your day, and then y'all can, switch. But I don't know. It was just something about every time we do the holiday parties and we give the parents the opportunity to come. Like everybody just be looking at us, looking at each other. You be like, you can move. You can move. Events gets expensive. Okay, they get expensive. Whether you split it between the whether you split it between another person or not. And I know in the public school system there is only one person for more kids. So it's like 30 kids to one person. Like I gotta buy 30 such and such. No, that's just a lot. It's a lot. We need a classroom fund, each fund, and it gotta be like at least $50 in it. At least. at least, and it gotta accumulate throughout the year. So it should at least start with $50 and accumulate or something, because it's with inflation, a lot of kids, you want all of this decked out like this, and it's like, and then you're gonna be looking at it as crazy if we don't do nothing. So fine line, we definitely need a classroom fund in every section of education, okay? Every section, because classroom parties are not cheap, okay? But I'm gonna leave this episode here. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear some ideas on how we can be funding these classroom parties in the comments, okay? But I'm gonna leave this episode right here, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.